I'm just going to say that this does not look like King Charles III. I've added this to the King Charles playlist. Now, granted, during his coronation and things like that, it didn't look like him at times. It didn't. It looked like somebody totally different. It did. But this right here, it's like his facial expressions change quite a bit. They do. They look like some kind of a young man at times. And it's like he morphs. He morphs into a young looking person, an old person. His nose looks more pointy at times, and then his whole entire face. Sometimes his skin is more saggy, and sometimes it isn't, all during one sequence, all during one thing. I've got this from the Royal Channel, is what I've got it from. Now let me come back to here. Hello, Jennifer, honey, good day. So I want you to see this, because I want to show you what it looks like right here. Okay, it's nice and colorful like this. It is. But I want you to see this. See, even look like this. It doesn't look normal because his face changes too much. It changes way too much. It looks like somebody totally different. Somebody totally different. It does. Sometimes I see George Bush in his face. I really do. Sometimes I see George Bush in his face. Now, let me shrink myself down. I made him close up so you can see him. I've put a tad bit of a filter on him, a tad bit, because I'm going to show you this is the filter. Let me do it. See, this is him without, you know. And then if we put a filter on him, you see it even like this. It's his nose is way too pointy. He should have way more wrinkles also on his face, way more wrinkles than what he truly does. And you can't help but think that it kind of does look like George Bush at times. It kind of makes a person think, what's going on? What's going on? Let me do this. Let me take you back to his face. Okay, I want to get him to where he get there. Okay, here he is, right here. Gina, can we see him? Okay, you can see him. You see him right there. See, that looks like a young man. A real young man, probably in around 50s. It looks like somebody with a mask, maybe, or he's shape-shifting, or he is outright shape-shifting during the whole time. And I'm being serious because this looks like a young person, and it doesn't look like King Charles. It really doesn't. The third. You can see that we got this right here. It's just like a video footage. It was a small video footage. It really was. But I want to put it back to here. Make sure I'm small enough. I want to make sure I'm small enough in this corner because I want to show you this. Let's look at his face. His eyebrows start to raise. It's trying to see. See, now that looks different too. That looks different too. His face looks different right there at that point also. It looks like there's filler on his face. Let me zoom it up more. He's got filler on his face, is what it looks like. You know how they can do those? They can make people wear these suits with the face and looks all real human. My studio disconnected me. Yeah, disconnected me is what happened. You all just see that? Can you hear me? Because it disconnected me. Just like that, it crashed. It disconnected and then it connected back up. So that has only happened a few times, just a few times. That looks kind of like George Bush a little bit too. It does. Now, I don't know if he has that much hair. I really don't know if he has that much hair. But I would say that while I'm doing this, right here is, yeah. While I'm doing this, let me come over here, see if I can pull myself over here on this to see what is happening on this channel. Gina, you gonna get it going on? I'm trying to, you all. I really am. He's been gone for a while now. And now let's see this, you all. Watch how it looks. Watch how his face looks different. Okay, let's do it. Even the back of the hair doesn't even look normal. Look at that. Does he even got an eye at that point? See his eye? So if we do this, see how it changes? Watch. He squints. His eyebrows get raised. He's changing it. Here he goes. It's totally changing. We're getting ready to do it. Possess an organic robotoid. See, look at this. How does he look on the side with his eye like that? Then his head turns. What if he is? Look at that. The skin is flawless. The skin kind of looks flawless. Now my iPhone just said my storage space all of a sudden is filled completely up. That is a robot. Okay, look, he goes from here. He's right here. Okay, let's look at it again. And you would never be able to tell because they are so human-like. It's fine if we have nice robots that work alongside humans for the betterment of humans. Okay, I'm trying to do his head. Let's look at it, you all. It's flawless. Look at the skin. It's so... Wow. How can that be? Oh, thank you, Lady Ellie. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, I think he's moving his head. I got to make sure that I get his head in here. I know it's close up, but we want to see. Okay, he's turning it. Ah, now see, this is, can you see his nose now? This doesn't even look like the real him at this angle. It's too flawless. Way too flawless on his face. By this sword Or I guess that's what the guy is holding. Way too flawless. Look at his ear. Can you see the ear is kind of pieced together and there's like bumps on his ear and stuff? Can you see it? You may not be able to see it. I know it looks, even if you're on a cell phone, it's going to look rather really smooth. Okay, what's that look like? His he's got 2 eyes in the back of his head. Franklin Watson, is that what he's got? 2 eyes in the back of his head? I see them. I do see his eyes. Oh my gosh. He does. He's got 2 eyes in the back of his head. One right here and one right here. Is that what you're saying? That's where his 2 eyes are. One right here and one right here. There's his eyes in the back of his head. Wow. You can even see the pupils of his eyes. You all, can you see what he's saying? Good afternoon. That he's got 2 eyes in the back of his head. Let me see if I can make it. I just take a screenshot of his eyes in the back of his head. That brings a new meaning to the eyes in the back of his head. It does, you all. Let me show you, because it'd be easier just to do it like this, because I don't want to enlarge the thing. We're going to look at his eyes in the back of his head. There they are right there. One eyeball there and one eyeball there. And they're proportionately spaced. Proportionately spaced. That's really good, Franklin. That really is. Look at that. How can that be? And what are the chances, even say if it's a curl, what are the chances of curls being in the back of his head, making it look like 2 evenly spaced things? What would the chances be, you all? It looks like real eyes. If you're all just tuning in, look at it. Franklin, honey, he's got eyes in the back of his head. Oh my gosh. Wow. That way he can see people from behind. He can see people in the front of him, and he can see people in the back of him. Oh my gosh. We can thank Franklin. Franklin Watson saw it, you all. He saw it. He saw the eyes in the back of his head. In the back of his head. It even looks like it's got like glasses like this around it. It really does, you all. If you're saying, Gina, I don't understand where it's at, y'all, let me do this for a second. If you say I don't understand where he's speaking at, let me do something. I'm gonna point to it. I'm gonna show you where he's talking about. It's literally, it's right here, and right here. He's got eyes in the back of his head, right down there, and right down there. Franklin saw his eyes in the back of his head. Never seen that before. I have never seen that before at all. Let me get this filter off of me. I want to get my chrome filter off of me. That is really good, because it doesn't look like him. Now, he could be a robot, right? He could very well be a robot thing. That's right. He very well could be, you all, Franklin. Franklin, honey, you did a good job spotting the eyes in the back of his head. Because they're perfect. Perfect! And they really do look like they're looking at somebody back there. That's Franklin found it. Franklin Watson, honey. Franklin Watson, honey. You got it? You did get it, Franklin Watson. He got it. Where's Franklin? He got it. Yep. He got it, you all. Let me see this. I'm supposed to have the ability to gift memberships on here for free. And I don't know how to do it. I just saw YouTube will let me do it. Gift free memberships on here. And I don't know how to do it during a live stream. I have no idea how I could do it. Let me put this back to me with Franklin's. He's got it in the back of his thing. Yeah. From like a bleak. Yeah, that's right. From out from Canada. That's right. It's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. I wish I knew how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Well, that's great. Let me look up here. I don't know what I did. No, I don't want to. I don't know what this stuff is up here, you all. I really wish I knew how to do it. What is this? Well, I'll have to try to figure that out. I will. That's okay, you all. We ain't going to mess with it. Gina, you're getting sidetracked. I got all excited with Franklin. With the eyes in the back of his head, you all. We was looking at his face. Because it doesn't look like King Charles the Third. It really doesn't. I've got to get off his head. His head is like, that is mind-boggling. Wow. There's no telling what type of species he really is. No telling. Let's keep moving right along, you all. So this is supposed to be King Charles. Okay. You can still see in the back of his head. Hello and welcome. Wait, what happened? He changed his head. He's turning his head to the side because it's too flawless. It's way too flawless. And someone said that he could be like a robot toyed. Look at his face. And he could be. He could be. Look how smooth. The alien put the mask on backwards. Ada, it could have. It could have. Look at this. Look at that. Look. Wow. Just not look real. And he's kind of flawless. Yes, he is the great King Charles the Third, is what his official title is. But we're just trying to figure out, why does he look so kind of flawless? Why does he? Because it's kind of interesting. It's real interesting. Okay, he's moving. It looks like see if any more. Look at his eyes. His eyes look kind of yellow inside his eyes. I don't know if you can see it. Half his head's cut off, Gina. I want you all to see his face close up because it doesn't look like a normal. Wait a minute. Somebody is photoshopped in here. There is a man who is photoshopped in here, and he has a square around his head. He has a square around his head, and it's this guy right here. There is a complete square. I'm going to make myself as big as the square is on his head. Let me make myself as big as his square is, because he is literally photoshopped in here as a square. It's literally right here where my head is. His head is it's a perfect square, and this other person has a white face. He's photoshopped in here, you all. Can you see it? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show you that they photoshopped this guy's head in there. It's like a perfect square. Let me see. His perfect square is in his head. And he should not have it, but he's got it. Okay, it's not right there. Let me get over to the one that I'm talking about. Right here, he is photoshopped in here. Look at the square. The square is right here where my hand is. See how he is literally photoshopped in here as a square right here? Can you see that? His head is a square. They photoshopped him in there. Right there. Can you see the square? I know this is like trying to go slow. Gina, can you put it over to that screen? I'm sorry. I got myself sidetracked right there. This guy has been photoshopped in. Look at his head is a square. He's supposed to be taking a picture, but he's perfectly squared in where his head is. Right there. Right there. And the other person has a white face, a totally pale white face. Yeah. Right like that. This is wild. It's really, really wild. Okay. So let me put it back to me. We're looking at King Charles and the third. And he had eyes in the back of his head. He gave a new meaning to eyes in the back of his head because it looked like two sets of eyes. Franklin Watson found them right there. Two sets of eyes in the back of his head. Right there. A different ear also. See the two eyes? It's like undeniable. Looks like a hairy monster or something in disguise, in a darker neck and everything, you all. Right here. Right there. Let me see this. Let me see it. How can I do this? I want to do something, but I don't know what. Oh. What's happening? I don't want to do fan funding. I don't know how to get this off of here, you all. I did something on here and I messed this up. Let me see what I've done. I want to do the live chat. It's live chat. Okay, I'm on the live chat. Yeah, I'm getting myself, can I see what I can, no. If you change filters, and I don't know how to do this, you all, it's fine. You all can see yourself on there. Let me get back here. That's where they lift his head to adjust the wiring. Do you think that's really true, Franklin Watson? They lift his head in the back to adjust the wiring? I'm not going to say that they don't. I'm not. They could lift his head in the back to adjust the wiring right back there, you all. Okay, that makes sense. We can make it make sense is what we can do, you all. I don't know what on earth I've done in my close it. I just want the live chat to show up in here. Yeah, the live chat, you. I'm trying to see this. We're trying to get through this because it doesn't look like King Charles. It really doesn't. I'm not just saying it. Let's keep moving. We might see something else. Okay, we got it going on. All right. There goes his face. Okay, can you see it? Okay. There's his face. It's right there. Let me do this. Many of them do. He needs a haircut. Okay, he needs a haircut. Let's see it. Okay, we're going slow. That looks strange, doesn't it? Look at that. His mouth. His chin. Look how young he looks in this picture. Really young. It doesn't look like him, Judy. It really doesn't look like him. But he's portraying to be him. What is that his eyebrows sticking out really bad? Like, I can't really make it out. His eye or something trying to stick out of his head. Okay, let's see it. Okay. Look at that. It doesn't seem all natural either. His hand, you can't see his hand. I'm over here on this right here. And we're looking at the frame by frame. Wait, somebody's head is stuck in the bushes. There's a girl's head stuck in the bushes, you all. Can you see back there? Her head is stuck in the bushes. It's just a head. A head is stuck in the bushes back there. This is really strange looking. Somebody has their head protruding out of the bushes in this. Look at them right there in the middle of the screen. Just her head. She might have a body. But what's her head doing in the bushes like that? Is that normal to be in the bushes? I guess it could be normal to be in the bushes. Maybe. His hand always looks puffy and swollen. Yes, it does. Puffy and swollen. Okay, you all, we're going to have to, I don't know what that girl's doing in the bushes, which is different, but it's okay, you all. We're supposed to be looking at his face. We're back over here on his face because he's making those faces. The biggest thing yet is the eyes in his head. The eyes behind his head is what's... I think I see another head in the bushes hiding, but I'm not going to... I don't know for sure if I do, you all. This is really strange, too. Okay, let's see in his head. We got to make sure that he stays within the parameters right there so you can see him. Let's move him backwards. There's no wrinkles, no nothing on his face. None. For someone his age, his skin looks kind of flawless. Kind of flawless. It could be very well a mask. Yeah. It'd be a rubber mask. It could be a rubber mask on his face. A big rubber mask. Although it may not be. You can see him over here. Now he's going to move. Oh, wow. Look how his face goes straight down. Look on the side of his face. On the side of his face, it literally The side of his face is literally going straight down like this, completely straight down and off like that. How can that be? Can you all see that? Straight, 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 straight. It's going straight down. They do. They wear masks. It's not moving. You know, when I look at him, you know what I think of? Count Dracula. I really do. When I look at him at times and like think of Count Dracula, and then on, you know, the Addams Family, the grandpa. Sometimes I think of the grandpa on the Addams Family. I didn't really like that show, but some of his pictures he looks like the Addams Family. Yeah. Now I've made him too big, so I've got to shrink him down because he's gotten way too big for us to see because his face has moved. So we're going to shrink him down a little bit more so you can see some of his face right there. His mouth is indistinguishable. You can't really see it. You can't. Now we're over to here, just like that. I'm still going. I can't get over how the line is straight down on his head. It's going straight down from the top, from all the way up here, going straight down. I can't get over that part. It's so straight down, which looks really strange. It does. Totally strange. Wait. I'm trying to see if it's still doing it. It's like half his. It doesn't match. It doesn't match it. Oh. Oh, wow. Look at that. Can you see that? What if he's shape-shifting at that moment? He could be. He really could be shape-shifting. He looks really old. Them. And he moves and look at this. That girl is still standing in the bushes back there too, you all. She is not moving. She's staying in the same position in the bushes back there. And I guess a security guard back there with a green thing on in the background. It doesn't look real. It doesn't look real at all. Looks so different. Oh, look at his neck. Look at his neck on here. The dark thing underneath his neck. Now that doesn't look real. There goes the one line on the side of his face. You can't see that one anymore. But on his neck. On his neck. Look at the dark shadows. Look at the heaviness of his brow. His eyebrow right here, it's so heavy and down. It's heavy and down right there. Heavy and down. She had to go bathroom. But his face still does not look right. It really doesn't look right. And let me shrink him down some more. I'm going to shrink him down. I've got him too big still. I mean, it's nice to see his face, but his face is way too big. Let's get his face. Okay, here we got him. We got his face now. As he walks across. Which looks really strange. It really does look strange. It looks like maybe his forehead changed some. Maybe. That makes, he puts his nose on that thing, it makes his nose look bigger too. Let's make him go over here. If you all just tuning in, it just doesn't look like him at all. It really doesn't. What is that? Like, what's going on with him? His whole face looks different. He's going off the screen. He's went off the screen, you all. Now he's over here. Now he's over here close up with the bagpipes is where he's at. He's close with the bagpipes. Anybody ever heard of the Warhammer series books? Where the world literally is ran by AI, and it happened years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago. It's a really dark movie. Really dark movie. Or series book. There, he looks different right there. There's his eyes in the back of his head still. You see them? Franklin Watson pointed out the eyes in the back of his head. It's, let's go to it. In the very back of his head right here. 1, 2. Eyes in the back of his head, because we had a really good close-up right here. You can see those eyes as clear as day in the back of his head. It's like 2 eyes, perfectly positioned in the back of his head. Yep. He's got it. And a 2-headed front and back. Tommy, is there such things as 2-headed ones? With eyes in their... It's really kind of creepy. It really is. Well... You know that saying had to come from somewhere. Eyes in the back of their head. It had to come from somewhere. It really did. From somewhere. You're welcome. You're welcome. Mm. Maybe that is why they wear the hats. That could be another reason. Are there alien species with eyes in the back of their head? Because he looks like he's got one in his head. Yeah. Franklin, honey, that's really good. That was a really good thing to spot, you all. So if you're just tuning in, that's what was documented right there. And he didn't look human. He really didn't. He turned his head. This is that picture right there. He's turned his head and his eyes are in the back of his head. Yeah. Let me put that to me, you all. I am going to go. We've been on here for 41 minutes and 44 seconds. We've been on here long enough. We have. This is wild because it really doesn't look like him. And perhaps we're just seeing things and there are no eyes in the back of his head. Perhaps there aren't. Yeah. Ah, Judy, honey. Okay. All right, you all. I am going to go. If I can figure out how to gift memberships, because I can gift them. They said I can gift memberships now for free. If I can figure out how to do it, I'm going to do it. Yeah. So with that being said, you all, thank you. Thank you again, Franklin. And thank you all for watching. And hit that like button, you all. And the subscribe and join. Yeah. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. It's 4:18. Love